ancestral home of the Baskervilles. For over 200 years, a terrifying curse had befallen Baskerville Hall. A curse in the shape of a gigantic hound from hell. The legend states the curse will not rest till the last remaining Baskerville is dead. Following the death of Sir Charles, which was attributed to the Phantom Hound, Sir Henry has just arrived in Dartmoor, which is cause for great concern. In a race against time, they must find this terrifying ghostly hound before it finds Sir Henry. So there you have it, Columbo. Sorry to have dragged you away from your vacation in London. But when I discovered you were in the capital, I just had to take this opportune moment. Oh, that's okay, sir. You did me a huge favour, saving me from a dreary fate. I don't quite follow, Columbo. Well, sir, it's the wife. This whole vacation idea was all her doing. She's into all that royal malarkey, the colours, changing of the guards, Buckingham Palace. Today was Tower Bridge, Big Ben and the Houses of Parliament. I see, Lieutenant. Well, you won't find such things in rural Dartmoor. Around here you get desolate moors, old ruins, sheep and wild ponies. Sounds like heaven, sir. Always did love remote places such as this. Dartmoor is far from heaven, sir. It's not every moor that has a hound from hell. No, sir, it's not, but there must be thousands of urban legends like this all over the world. Yes, there is. Unfortunately, this one happens to be for real. That's why I sent for you, to help save Sir Henry's life. And has anyone ever seen this supposed hound from hell? The ones that did, Lieutenant, never lived to tell the tale. So how many victims have fallen to this urban legend? Nobody knows. Hundreds have disappeared out there in them moors. Some to the deadly Grimpen Mire and others to a more sinister death. The Grimpen Mire, sir? A huge marsh filled with swamps and quicksand. Stay away from that place, Columbo. If you dare to enter that place, trust me, you'll never come back out again. 3 years ago, Lieutenant, I lost my brother James to the Grimpen Mire. He worked for Sir Charles as the head stable boy. When a prize stallion broke out of his box, it ran wildly towards the Grimpen Mire. Sir Charles sent James to go look for it, and they both get sucked under. Sorry to hear that, sir. I take it you must have been aggrieved at your loss. Me and James never spoke for nearly 20 years, Lieutenant. A woman who found the charms of a stable boy more appealing than mine. I'm real sorry, Dr. Mortimer. I didn't mean to pry. I'm sure you didn't. Anyway, I wasn't aggrieved or blamed Sir Charles for the tragedy. So you can put your elements of suspicion to rest, Columbo. Oh no, sir, why would I think that, sir, unless you get 4 paws and sharp teeth? Very clever, Columbo. I've financially ran Baskerville Hall for 30 years now. It's made me a very wealthy man, Lieutenant, and long may it continue. As we both know, Sir Henry is the last known descendant of the Baskervilles. So his death would also mean the death of my financial standing. Now you know why I'm anxious to keep Sir Henry alive. Yeah, I guess that was bothering me, why you were so keen on Sir Henry's well-being. So there you have it. I stand to lose a fortune if anything was to happen to him. You know, there's a book opened in the village giving odds on Sir Henry's survival. Really, sir? You mean they're actually betting on life and death? That's right, Lieutenant, and the odds are heavily in favour of Sir Henry being dead within a fortnight. I bet 500 quid he survives longer than that. Help me win that bet, Columbo. Put me down for 50 bucks, sir, that he lives longer. I'm good for it. So does that mean you're going to help Columbo? Let's put it this way, Dr. Mortimer, I can't afford to lose 50 bucks. My wife would kill me. Glad to have you aboard, Lieutenant. Was this book open in Sir Charles? The book's always open to any mysterious things around here. In fact, even Sir Charles bet £1,000 that he'd survive a whole year. Damn near made it too. That particular bet cost me 200 quid. You mind me asking who runs this book? The gamekeeper, caretaker of Baskervilles Estate, Miles Stapleton. Really? So this Stapleton is betting on his own employer's life or death? Among other things, and he ain't lost a bet yet when it comes to the Baskervilles. Well, I sure as hell wouldn't like a colleague running a book in my life, Dr. Mortimer. I'm surprised Sir Charles put up with it. I mean, would you, sir? No, I damn well wouldn't. There was a lot of bad blood between Stapleton and Sir Charles. About 20 years ago, Stapleton's wife died in childbirth. The kid survived young Beryl, but he blames Sir Charles for the death of his wife. He's been bitter ever since and detests all Baskervilles. Then why did Sir Charles keep him in his employment? I'm afraid only Stapleton can answer that question, Lieutenant. Do you know why he blames Sir Charles for the death of his wife? Rumour has it Martha, his wife, had complications during labour. So Stapleton stole a horse to ride into the village for Dr. Wilson. Sir Charles had them arrested before they could reach the doctor. Martha died 4 hours later, but not before a neighbour helped deliver the child. And he remained as gamekeeper in Baskervilles Estate all this time. Yeah, and no one knows why, not for two men who hated each other like that. It doesn't make sense. If it was that bad, why didn't he just terminate his employment? Again, only Stapleton knows the answer to that question, Lieutenant. I mean, sir, if you're bitter holding a grudge for 20 years against your employer, then open a book, he'd be dead within a certain time. Well, sir, there's got to be a mighty important reason why Mr. Stapleton wasn't dismissed. You see what I mean, sir? It just doesn't make any sense. I'm well aware of that, Lieutenant. Your guess is as good as mine. Mighty peculiar. And Sir Charles was then actually killed by this hound? That he was. He died running for his life 3 weeks ago in them moors at night. It was me who found his body the next morning outside the manor. He actually died from heart failure, another Baskerville hereditary curse. They all suffer from a weak heart. Did anyone else witness this tragedy? Not a soul. Nobody knew he was even on them moors that night. Then how do you know he was running for his life? By his footprints leading towards Baskerville Hall, it wasn't just his we found. We also found giant paw prints which led right up to Sir Charles's body. There's no doubt about it. This thing was chasing him. Luckily for him, his heart gave out when it did. He could have died a much worse fate. And is it possible for a man to simply just drop dead instantly like that? It's possible, especially with a heart condition like Sir Charles's. And after he died like that, did this hound carry out its attack? No, it didn't. It broke off the attack. It must have known Sir Charles was already dead. I don't get it. In the real world, the hound would have most certainly still mauled the body. But this isn't the real world. It's a hound from hell itself. Yeah, if you believe in that sort of thing, a 200-year-old hound, sir? I once thought as you did, Lieutenant, and I'm a man of science. Well, I'm a man of facts, sir. I'll believe it when I see it. You know something, sir? It's fear and hysteria that keeps these urban legends alive. It feeds in the legends, Dr. Mortimer. Well, around here, Lieutenant, you'll find all the fear and hysteria you want. One thing bothers me, sir. Why walk those moors at night in the pitch darkness? I mean, you can't possibly see anything, so what was Sir Charles doing that night? Nobody knows. He was warned to stay clear of the moors at night. Well, sir, that leads me to believe he either heard something and went to investigate, or he went to meet someone he obviously knew well. And I might add, sir, someone he thought more important than the fear of this hound. I can't think what. There's nothing more important out there than this hound. Well, Sir Charles obviously thought there was, sir. Maybe he did, but it inevitably cost him his life, so I guess there's nothing more important. And Sir Charles, how long was he Lord of the Manor at Baskerville Hall? 32 years. He became Lord when his father, Sir Richard, passed away. And was Sir Richard killed by this hound? Either that, or his fate was sealed by the limping mire. His body was never found. So why is it taking 32 years for Sir Charles to fall victim to this curse? When Sir Richard died, Sir Charles moved away to his other stately home in Bedfordshire. His new wife refused to live at Baskerville Estate due to the legend. Sir Charles would pay us a visit 3 or 4 times a year, but when his wife passed away, he decided to move back. That was just over a year ago. I see. So I take it he visited just to see the Hall's financial state of affairs. Among other things, but I had his affairs in order like always. That brings us back to Mr. Stapleton. If you ran the estate, why didn't you dismiss him? Believe me, I wanted to, but was given explicit orders not to, and was ordered to leave him alone. Anyway, what has all this got to do with the hound? I don't know that yet, sir, but if it's murder, Mr. Stapleton would be an obvious suspect. Murder? Who said anything about murder? This hound most certainly exists, Lieutenant. It has done for over 200 years. Now how can anyone call that murder? They can't. None of a 200-year-old hound really exists, which I find difficult to believe. So where did this legend originate? I mean, how did it start, sir? Very well, Lieutenant. It started over 200 years ago in Dartmoor's dark past. Baskerville Hall was then owned by a brutal and vindictive lord, Sir Hugo Baskerville. Every peasant and villager feared Sir Hugo, and rightly so. If you weren't of noble birth, then God help any peasant who got in his way. Especially village maidens who were degraded and treated as common sex objects. His exclusive members of his hunting parties weren't any better. After successful hunting trips, the victors would gather at Baskerville Hall. The celebrations would convert into a drunken scene around us. Part of the celebration would be a maiden abducted from the village. No laws in them days would dare stand up to the likes of Sir Hugo. Anyway, after one fateful hunt, they abducted a young maiden called Cathy. She would soon become the diabolical prize of a degrading orgy. She knew she was going to be flung at the wolves like so many before her. Locked in a room awaiting her terrifying fate, Cathy managed to escape and fled into the darkness of the Dartmoor wilderness. This act of defiance infuriated Sir Hugo. Never before had a maiden challenged his brutal domination over any peasant girl. His uncontrollable rage saw him hunt down the unfortunate maiden, where he tracked her to the old abbey ruins near the outskirts of the Grimpen Mire. She somehow knew this was going to be her last night on earth. When he eventually found her, she fought him off like a wildcat. That's when they discovered this maiden wasn't going to be as submissive as the others. She totally denied them any sadistic pleasures. which enraged him even more. He then took out a dagger and plunged it deep into her heart. That's when the first ever howls of this ghostly hound was ever heard. The deafening howl was that loud it was heard 3 miles away in the village. The terrifying sound was echoing all around him, that he didn't know what direction it came from. His spooked horse bolted, leaving him stranded in the old woods. Then he heard those chilling snarls and growling. Whatever it was real close. Then out from the dark came the terrified hound from hell. It looked down on him as he stood over the dead girl's body. He just froze in terror as the gigantic hound started to attack. Minutes later, Sir Hugo was dead. The hound from hell tore his throat out. And that lieutenant gave birth to the Hound of the Baskervilles. Your number one suspect, Miles Stapleton, wasn't around in them days, Lieutenant. No, sir, that he wasn't. I guess that takes us back to square one again. And that is, we must find this hound before it finds Sir Henry. So I take it you now believe in this hound, Columbo? Yes, sir. Yes, I do. And Sir Henry will never be safe as long as it roams those moors. So what changed your mind? The death of Sir Hugo and all that fear and hysteria we spoke of earlier. The fear and hysteria. How on earth did that change your mind? Without those two factions, sir, there would be no such thing as the Hound from Hell. And the legend would have died right alongside of Sir Hugo. Which means it don't mean nothing, sir. I'm just trying to get an overall picture, that's all. I think it's time we pay Sir Henry a visit. I'd like to see this Baskerville estate. I'm sure Sir Henry will be delighted to meet you. He knows you're already in the village. Dr. Mortimer escorts Columbo to the hall where he meets a sceptical Sir Henry. It's absolutely absurd. A hound from hell indeed. It's sheer poppycock. You're a stubborn man, Sir Henry. I sure hope that stubbornness hasn't cost me $50. You too, Columbo. So you too are betting this ridiculous book that's open on me. Well, I plan to live a lot longer than a fortnight, Lieutenant. Glad to hear that, Sir Henry. Can't really afford to lose $50. On a hound from hell? That's a mug's bet, Lieutenant. I'm only staking $50 on this mug's bet, but you're staking your life on it, Sir Henry. The legend states this hound will not rest till the Baskerville bloodline is severed. And you're the last of the Baskervilles, sir. I wonder where you heard that superstitious claptrap. But it's true, sir. You're in more danger than you can possibly imagine. I have to agree, Sir Henry. Something or someone wants you dead for some unknown reason. Well, it's not a hound from hell, Lieutenant. It's not something. It's more like someone. I tend to disagree, Sir Henry. If it was a someone, then who? And for what means? How the devil should I know? That's a pretty good question, Dr. Mortimer. For what means? I mean, sir, what would they gain from Sir Henry's death? Absolutely nothing, Lieutenant. The estate would be liquidised. So it's not someone, Sir Henry, it is the Hound of the Baskervilles. Damn it, Mortimer, I wish you wouldn't keep referring it to that in that manner. Sorry, Sir Henry, but it's known as nothing else in these parts. It's total superstition, nothing else. Do you believe in this 200-year-old hound, Lieutenant? Well, sir, I believe there's always substantial truth to a legend such as this. But where did the rumours come from in the first place? So, yes, sir, I believe there's something running loose in them moors. Something that has a real agent in the name Baskerville. Like Mortimer said, who and for what means? Excuse me, sir, but you ain't going to believe this. Ain't going to believe what, Barrymore? Well, sir, that brand new book that went missing, it showed up again. But I'm afraid one of your favourite hiking books has now disappeared. Disappeared, Barrymore? You mean it's now been stolen? Yes, sir, but again the thief only stole one of your books. Why the hell would anyone steal only one book, Barrymore? Why only one? I don't know, sir, but whoever it was, they've put the brand new book back. Sorry for butting in, but what happened to you, sir? This morning someone stole one of my brand new books from the hallway. I never even get the chance to try the damn things on. Now it seems they've put it back and stolen one of my damn hiking boots. It must be a practical joke, Sir Henry. Why on earth would you steal only one boot? Unless it shows up to Mortimer, it's far from a practical joke. I've looked everywhere, sir, it's nowhere to be found. It just doesn't make any sense. No, it doesn't, sir. Why steal only one boot? I'm sure these books are expensive, Sir Henry. Both sets, but the brand new ones cost over £200. That much, sir? Then whoever stole just one wasn't interested in the value. Because they put it back and stole an older, used hiking boot. But only one boot? Why didn't they just take the both boots? Who the hell knows? Maybe we got a one-legged thief. It shouldn't be too hard to find. Glad to see you still got a good sense of humour, Sir Henry. In this place, either that or you're likely to go mad. I also got rid of those old clothes for you, Sir Henry. I gave them to the church for their jumble sale, sir. Excuse me, Mr. Barrymore, but has this sort of theft ever happened before? No, sir, not that I can think of, unless... Sorry, sir, it's not worth mentioning. What's not worth mentioning, Mr. Barrymore? It could be important. Well, sir, it didn't happen here, it happened in the village. Some vagabond stole Sir Charles's overcoat while he visited Dartmoor Golf Club. It was taken from the cloakroom while he played a few rounds. Really, sir? So when did this theft take place? The day before Sir Charles passed away, sir. And did this overcoat ever show up again? No, sir. We never saw it again. The night Sir Charles was killed, do you know why he was out in those moors? No, sir. We didn't even know he had left the manor. It wasn't like him to just leave like that. So something mighty important must have sent him out there. I don't know, sir. He didn't believe in his 200-year-old legend. But he did have reservations. Sir Charles was a stubborn man. That he was, Barrymore. It seems to run in the family. Thank you, Mortimer. If that's a jibe at me, then it does run in the family. No offence, Sir Henry, but that stubbornness is what got Sir Charles killed. So what are you suggesting? I hide away inside this hall for the rest of my life? No, sir, but I suggest you never venture out onto those moors at night. And during the day, never venture out there without any assistance. Because if the Hound doesn't get you, the Grimpen Mire most certainly will. Oh, very well, Mortimer. Well, do it your way for the time being. Will that be all, Sir Henry? You may go, Barrymore, but keep looking for that book. Yes, sir. If you'll excuse me now, sir. Tell me, Sir Henry, have you had any visitors to the hall today? No official visits Columbo, but my gamekeeper Stapleton arrived to introduce himself. We walked the grounds, Lieutenant. He wasn't actually inside the hall. It's amazing how that name keeps cropping up around here. Doesn't it bother you that it's Mr. Stapleton who runs this book on you? Why should it? It's been open long before I got here. In fact, I bet him 500 quid I'd be around a lot longer than he said around. Like you said, Lieutenant, I still got a good sense of humour. You must have Sir Henry, because he ain't lost out in a Baskervilles bet yet. Well, there's always a first time for everything. Yes, sir. Let's hope so. So, have we learned anything here today? Yes, sir. Yes, we have. But your life is now in considerable danger. And you determined that from what you heard in here? Yes, sir. That I did. You want to elaborate, Lieutenant? No, sir. Not at this moment in time. But take Dr. Mortimer's advice. Never venture onto those moors on your own, especially at night. You'd need to be crazy to venture onto any moors at night. Yes, you would, but I don't think Sir Charles was crazy. Do you, Sir Henry? Point taken, Columbo. Oh, I almost forgot. There is just one other thing, Sir Henry. I gather the gamekeeper Stapleton doesn't actually live in the estate, right? I don't know. Never thought to ask. He doesn't live in the hall. That's all I know. But he does live in the estate, Sir Henry, half a mile away from here. In the gamekeeper's cottage along with his daughter Beryl. My cottage, Mortimer? That I didn't know. And is there any more living quarters in this estate? No, sir, not around here. 3 miles to the village, that's about it. That's very helpful, Dr. Mortimer. Well, sir, that's all for now. I must get to the village. I need to find my own living quarters. Nonsense, Lieutenant. You're my guest while you're here in Dartmoor. I insist. I'll get Barrymore to prepare a room for you. That's very nice of you, sir. I guess I'll gladly accept that invitation. You're here on my behalf, Lieutenant. It's the least I could do. Thank you again, sir. It's most appreciated. It sure beats the hectic turbulence of dreary London, sir. That reminds me. Did anyone see An American Werewolf in London? Oh, a great movie, sir. It all starts in an English moor till it eventually ends up in London, Sir Henry. It does. And does it have any bearing in this particular case? Well, sir, I've came from London to try and find another nocturnal killer. Another huge canine monster that's a supernatural myth. Myth, Columbo. This creature doesn't need the full moon to roam them doors. That's where you're wrong, Dr. Mortimer, because this creature does need the full moon. Oh my God, you can't be serious. Very serious, sir, and it happens to be Sir Henry if he ventures out in those moors. Because in this particular case, Sir Henry is now the full moon. Aptly put, Lieutenant, because putting it that way, I'd have to agree, sir. So where the hell's this damn hound during the day then? I mean, it's still got to be out there, so why doesn't it attack during the day? The powers of darkness, Sir Henry, are always more deadlier at night. Oh, so this legend goes. That's very true, sir. Most hideous crimes are always committed under darkness. Your lack of belief disturbs me, Columbo. I thought you believed in the Hound. Oh, I believe in the Hound, sir. In fact, it's definitely out there in them moors. But the powers of darkness, like I said, sir, I'm a man of facts. I don't think this Hound will appear on any night until the full moon does. Well, the full moon won't appear, Columbo, you can rest assured. Because like I already said too, I plan to live a lot longer than a fortnight. Yes, sir, stay clear of the moors, beware the moon. Right, sir? Sounds like good advice, Lieutenant. But like I said, where is this thing during the day? The truth, sir? I don't know, but it's got to be out there somewhere. Yes, it has. Anyway, it's getting late. Best get a room prepared for you, Lieutenant. I must be off too, Sir Henry. It's getting dark. It's 3 miles to the village. You mean you walked here from the village? That we did, sir. I wanted to see the moors. I like all this remote landscape. But I must admit, sir, I'm sure happy you offered me a room. Because I sure as hell wasn't looking forward to the walk back. I see, Lieutenant. In that case, I'll get Barrymore to drive you back Mortimer. No thanks, Sir Henry. I enjoy my walks in the moors. At night, Dr. Mortimer? And what about this Hound? Begging your pardon, Sir Henry, but I ain't a Baskerville, so I'm in no danger whatsoever. That's a mighty big gamble, Mortimer, and from what we know, pretty foolhardy. No, sir, the Hound ain't interested to me. Well, I bid both of you good night. You must know these moors pretty well to walk them in the pitch darkness. Apparently so, and the only one around here who ain't afraid of the legend. Which tells me he doesn't actually believe in this Hound from hell. You could have fooled me, Lieutenant, because he preaches it enough. That he does, sir. So he's either very brave or very foolish. Well, we certainly ain't foolish, make no mistake. Mortimer's highly intelligent. Yes, sir, I already figured that out. Which means he's a brave man too. So it would appear, I'm pretty sure that cemetery in the village is full of brave men. Yes, sir. Let's just hope Dr. Mortimer isn't to join that elite group. The following day, Inspector Lestrade of Scotland Yard arrived at the hall. He was on the trail of an escaped convict who fled from Dartmoor prison. The maximum security facility lay 15 miles west of Baskerville Hall. Lestrade thought the convict just might visit the hall during his daring escape. I simply don't believe that, so now I've got a prison neighbour in my backyard. Well, sir, it's not exactly a prison compared to a maximum security hospital. It's an asylum, for the criminally insane, Sir Henry. Well, it sure as hell doesn't appear to be maximum security from where I'm standing. They had a power cut, Sir Henry. It knocked out the entire security system. So this convict Selden made good his escape before the power cut was repaired. He's still around here somewhere. Right now, he's out there in those moors. He was spotted yesterday near the old Abbey ruins by 2 hikers. Then why the hell haven't you got men out searching for him? In those moors, Sir Henry, I won't send men to their deaths into the grimping mire. He's got to come out sometime. He can't stay in there forever. Mr. Lestrade, when did this convict actually escape? 3 days ago. He's been out in those moors ever since. 3 days ago? Well, sir, it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, if you escape from prison, then what's the first thing you do? You get as far away from that place as possible, but not this guy. There must be something mighty important keeping him here. How long can anyone survive those moors without food, water or shelter? Not long, Lieutenant, not in those moors. At night you'd freeze to death, or worse. Meaning the Hound, sir. Yeah, I see what you mean. But if he can't survive on his own, then who's helping him? Why on earth would anyone want to help that psychopath? Psychopath, Lestrade? What the hell was he in there for? He killed 2 little girls and strangled 6 women in London. He got life imprisonment. That's just great, Lestrade. So now we get 2 monsters out there in them moors. Yeah, but one's human, Sir Henry, who ain't afraid of the other monster. And he must know the Grimpen Mire pretty well, so I take it he's from around here. He was born in the village 47 years ago, so yeah, he knows them moors. And a hell of a lot better than my officers do. He'll have to come to us. What about his kinfolk? Are they still living in the village? His parents died a long time ago, Lieutenant. He did have a sister, Kate Selden. She moved away 20 years ago. Nobody knows where she ended up. She might even be dead herself by now. If so, then he has not got no family left. So what's keeping him here, and how has he managed to survive out there? If you're still suggesting someone is helping him, then you're crazy, Lieutenant. Because this entire county disowned him after his hideous crimes. Trust me, no one is helping him around here. So how do you explain the survival out there? Sheer luck, Lieutenant, which will run out sooner or later. And how many more lives will be at stake before that luck runs out? That's why I'm here, Sir Henry, to ensure that doesn't happen. The villagers have been alerted and the moor's out of bounds for the time being. Ever since I got here, it's been all doom and gloom. Dartmoor is far from the English garden I was led to believe, Inspector. And this escaped convict has just about put the icing on the cake. Why the hell would anyone in their right mind want to stay in this miserable place? Dartmoor could so easily be an English garden, Sir Henry, once we weed it out. Well, right now it's a jungle out there which needs a lot of weeding. Kill this sound, knock down that prison, you got your Garden of Eden, Sir Henry. Got a lot of friends high up in the government. That prison will be gone within a year. This escaped convict will ensure its closure, but as far as the Hound is concerned, well, that's why Columbo is here, to eradicate that problem too. I'm impressed. I can't see how you can eradicate a 200-year-old legend. That ghostly Hound is said to come from the gates of the Devil's Playground. I guess Sir Henry has a lot of faith in me, Inspector. I just wish I was as confident. I take it the Devil's Playground is the Grimpen Mire? I wouldn't know, Lieutenant. It's as good a place as any. I still can't get this guy Stapleton out of my mind. I'd sure like to meet this man. Miles Stapleton? What has he got to do with us, Hound? Oh no, I never said that, sir. It's just that Mr. Stapleton fascinates me. I don't see why. He's an odd sort, a loner who never mingles with the villagers. It never occurred to me, but you must know him pretty well, Mr. Lestrade. I know just as much as the rest of the villagers. Like I said, a loner who lives with his daughter in the remote gamekeeper's cottage. His lone wolf existence has filtered through to his daughter Beryl. She too never mixes with the villagers. She very seldom has any human contact. That's no way to bring up a child. How old is this daughter? She's not a child, Sir Henry. Beryl must be in her 20s by now. She's known locally as the wild beauty of the Grimpen Mire. Her untamed exotic maiden who's the main topic of young men in the village tavern. There's not one eligible bachelor in the village who doesn't think about Beryl. Many have even tried to win her affections but remains an untamed, beautiful Kelpie. Kelpie, as in the exotic creature of Scottish folklore? That's correct, Sir Henry. The young men of the village compare her to her. Who needs the land of goblins, wizards and monsters when you've got Dartmoor? You guys have just completely lost me. So what is this Kelpie you're on about? It's a mythological creature in Scottish folklore, Lieutenant. An evil spirit that can turn into a horse or a beautiful woman. A horse to lure in children to a watery grave, or a beautiful naked woman, which entices men to get close before dragging them to their deaths. So why is this Miss Stapleton associated with one of these kelpies? It's meant as a joke, Lieutenant. You see, Beryl's beauty has lured many young men astray. Her exotic charms are so powerful that men no longer fear the Hound, as they blindly go in search of the beauty of the Grimpen Mire. And the nickname Kelpie arrived when most of the young men got lost, resulting in search parties being assembled to go and rescue them. Mighty embarrassing for most getting lost in a deadly swamp chasing a maiden. Maybe there's something good to say about this place after all. I wouldn't mind meeting this beautiful kelpie for myself. Yeah, she's one very beautiful young woman, but I wouldn't advise it, Sir Henry. If Stapleton was to catch you anywhere near her, I dread to think what he'd do. He hates all Baskervilles, as you may or may not know. He blames your uncle for the death of his wife, and that man holds a serious grudge. I heard what my Uncle Charles did. There's no excuse for it. So why did Sir Charles allow that woman to die in child labour? That's news to me, Lieutenant. As far as I'm aware, Sir Charles didn't know. Stapleton stole a horse to ride into the village to get the doctor. Sadly, he was arrested before he reached the village, and Martha later died. It wasn't until later when I called on Sir Charles that he learnt the truth. He felt so guilty that he allowed Stapleton to live in the estate, in spite of the bad blood that soon came between them. So my uncle was innocent after all. I never even knew you thought him guilty of Mrs. Stapleton's death. It was Dr. Mortimer who told us of Stapleton blaming Sir Charles. So, Sir Charles was unaware why Mr. Stapleton stole the horse. Why wasn't this information made public, sir? It was Sir Charles's wish that his testimony remained discreet, even though for years Stapleton accused him of murder. But that discretion incriminated himself. Why did he tolerate the accusation? I don't know, Lieutenant. That's why there was so much controversy in this tragic event. That's an understatement, Mr. Lestrade, and that really bothers me. I can't imagine why. It's got nothing to do with this Hound. If you say so, sir, I guess I just never could ignore and take loose ends in a case. That particular case has been officially closed for over 20 years now, Lieutenant. It wasn't murder. Sir Charles acquitted of all blame. Case closed. So I don't see any benefits in opening up old wounds, Lieutenant. Perhaps not, but everything seems to take us back to this guy Stapleton yet again. So if this convict grew up around here and knows the Grimpen Mire well, then that tells me he also knows Mr. Stapleton quite well. And it's obvious he knows where the Grimpen, where the gamekeeper's cottage is. Now someone's obviously helping this convict. Again, one back to Stapleton. So now Miles Stapleton is harbouring a fugitive. Well, if it's not Mr. Stapleton, then it's someone in this very hall. It's as simple as that. Someone in this Baskerville hall, Lieutenant. Lestrade is right. You are crazy, Columbo. If he comes anywhere near the hall, Lieutenant, he'll be here to rob the place. No, sir. He'd have done that the very first day he got out and scampered. Like I said, it's something mighty important that's keeping him here. So it's either Stapleton or someone in this hall, right? The only ones in this hall is you and I, Columbo, and the Barrymores at present. So, are you suggesting Mr. and Mrs. Barrymore are harbouring this mass murderer? I don't know that yet, sir, but he's getting help from someone. In that case, then it must be Stapleton after all. Yes, sir. That was my first inclination. But it's pure speculation because we don't know if he is being helped by someone. Jumping to the wrong conclusion can easily open up a substantial lawsuit. Yes, it can, so I tread carefully if I were you, Columbo. Oh no, sir, I ain't accusing no one of nothing at present. First, we need to find proof, so no accusations at this time. And where do we find this proof? We don't. The proof will find us. After all, Mr. Lestrade, he can't stay out there forever. He'll come to you, remember? I now believe that, sir. We are now playing a waiting game. And how the hell does all this solve the mystery of this damn hound? I don't know, sir, but all things that happen out there in those moors all seem to tie in and around this legend, sir. It all comes down to this ghostly hound. How in the blazes did you work that out? Like I told Dr. Mortimer, fear and hysteria, that's the theme to all legends. Without them, sir, the legends simply wouldn't exist. Well, this hound most certainly exists. And how does this escaped convict Selden tie in with the legend? Well, around here, sir, everyone is afraid of this hound from hell. Mr. Selden must know more than anyone what's out there in those moors. I mean, sir, he grew up in them moors, which begs the question. Why isn't he afraid of this legend? It's infectious if you live in a small place such as this. So what is it he knows that we don't? And why is he still here? You might have something there, Columbo. Why isn't he afraid of this hound? More to the point, Lestrade, why is he still here? Are you armed, Inspector? Never leave home without one, sir. And I know how to use it. And you, Lieutenant, do you carry a gun? No, sir, I don't really believe in firearms. Just never needed one in over 30 years. But I thought all American cops carried guns. Most do. Mine's in my desk at the precinct. Had it out twice in my career. It's my wife. She really hates firearms, so I've never taken it home either. Because if I did, I'm sure Mrs. Columbo would show me how it's used. I'm a very cautious man, Sir Henry. I just don't like taking unnecessary chances. Because you don't know my wife like I do. Later that evening, Sir Henry reports an intruder outside the hall to Lestrade. It appears the intruder was signalling to someone in the hall. They were to find a lit candle at the window of the top stairs lounge. Hurry her up, Lestrade. Damn it, I can't see a thing now. Someone was out there, I tell you, waving a lantern. Come on, Lestrade, open the damn window. It's stuck, Sir Henry. Wait a minute, wait. Got it now. Well, whoever it was, Sir Henry, there's no one there now. I tell you, I saw him. He was there, Lestrade. Mighty careless to leave this candle burning unattended, Sir Henry. Maybe Columbo was right, and maybe this candle was a signal, Inspector. Look, Lestrade, out there. I told you someone was there. You see him, Lestrade? Is that your convict, Inspector? I don't know, Sir Henry. If it is, maybe he's come to rob the place after all. Hey, you out there. What are you doing here? We are armed. You've been warned. Very good, Lestrade. He's gone. Go fetch Barrymore. Tell him I want to see him. You honestly think Barrymore left this candle burning as a signal, Sir Henry? Well, we'll soon find out, won't we? Where's Columbo? Oh, he retired early, Sir Henry. I'll go and get Barrymore. Bring him into the study downstairs, Inspector. Columbo was more alert than assumed. He too saw the swinging lantern. The candle had to be a signal, and he knew it had to be the Barrymores. But what did they have in common with a deranged killer? Because he knew the visitor had to be the escaped convict Selden. Why on earth would they be helping this man? He figured it had to be blackmail or some sort of threats in their lives. He'd keep his suspicions to himself for the time being. But the Barrymores were the key to this particular Dartmoor mystery. Barrymore will be down in a few minutes, Sir Henry. Well, Lestrade, was that your convict out there? Yes, sir, I believe it was. Who else could it have been at this late hour? No one else, sir. It was Mr. Selden, all right, merely prowling the grounds. He thought you went to bed. You saw him too? Yes, sir. I saw the lantern. My guess is he was looking for food. I don't think he came to rob the place, sir. I think you were right, Columbo. We found a candle burning at a window upstairs. It might have been a signal to that convict out there. Yes, sir, I saw that too. Then again, it might have been accidentally left lit. Well, we'll soon find out, Lieutenant. I've sent for Barrymore. So you think Mr. Barrymore was signalling this convict? I mean, sir, why would they do that? That's what I said, Columbo, but then again, you're the one that planted that seed. That you did, Lieutenant. I just hope you're wrong. But, sir, I also said I wasn't throwing any allegations. Which is what you're doing now. A candle in the window was hardly proof, Sir Henry. Agreed, Sir Henry. Choose your words carefully. Remember that lawsuit. Regardless of anything, that convict fully intended malice inside this hall. He's already killed half a dozen people and you still say he was merely looking for food? Well, I don't buy that, Lieutenant, and like you said before, something mighty important is keeping him here at Baskerville Hall. That damn book that Stapleton has open on me, those odds have just tripled. On me surviving this fortnight, because I now got 2 killers out there. A hound that we know wants to tear my throat out. And a goddamn psychopath wandering the grounds at night. The betting should be what killer gets to me first. Well, my money would still be on the hound. That ain't funny, Lestrade. Not funny at all. Sorry, Sir Henry, but I had to do something to ease the tension in this room. It certainly helped, Inspector. What makes you think this convict's after you, Sir Henry? But you stop grinning, Lieutenant. I might answer that question. I'm sorry, sir. It's one of those moments when you get something in your head. Something funny that the more you try not to laugh, the worse it gets. What's the damn joke then? It's just like you said, sir. You now get 2 killers out there. How am I going to tell my wife I lost $50 due to picking the wrong killer? That's why I never take my gun home, Sir Henry. Oh, well, that certainly lifted the tension in this room. Excuse me, sir. I heard you wanted to see me. I guess I spoke too soon. Barrymore, why was a candle left lit in the window of the top stairs lounge? I don't know, sir. It must have been Mrs. Barrymore. She's done it before. The upstairs lounge is where she likes to read, and she always lights a scented candle. Tell Mrs. Barrymore I want to see her. Yes, sir. I'll get her up. She's been really ill these past few days. Never mind. I'll speak to her when she's feeling up to it. I hope it's nothing too serious, Barrymore. You called in a doctor? No, sir. She's over the worst of it now. I was just preparing her some hot broth for her. Do you know anything about this escaped convict, Barrymore? No, sir. Why should I know anything about that, sir? Relax, Barrymore. I was only asking. I wouldn't know anything about that, sir, and neither would Mrs. Barrymore. Oh, why do you ask, sir? Because tonight he was prowling outside the hall with a lit lantern. That's dreadful, sir. I haven't noticed anything. Neither has Mrs. Barrymore, sir. Mr. Barrymore, I hope your wife gets better real soon, sir. You must have a lot on your mind at present. Why don't you go see to her? Thank you, sir. It has been a few stressful days. Just make sure all the doors and windows are locked, Barrymore. Yes, I always do. I best get Mrs. Barrymore that broad now, sir. Give her my regards, Barrymore. You're excused. Well, there goes a man with the whole world on his shoulders. He should have called in the doctor the minute Mrs. Barrymore fell out. Maybe, but I don't think a doctor can cure the illness she's got. What the hell are you on about now? Didn't you notice the way he objected to Sir Henry's line of questioning? No, I can't say that I did. There was a lot of animosity in his replies. Yeah, I detected some of that animosity. What does that tell us? I'm not sure, but he felt he had to defend Mrs. Barrymore for some reason. That's because she's all lieutenant. A lot of husbands would do the same. Yeah, I know that, sir. But when Sir Henry questioned him about Selden, Mrs. Barrymore wasn't even mentioning the line of questioning. Yet he felt compelled to defend her too. I mean, he more or less implicated her. Implicated her? In what way? As if he was covering up for her in some way. And that takes us back to that lawsuit yet again. Yes, sir, yes it does. But I find it incredible Mrs. Barrymore has been ill for 4 days. 4 days? But Barrymore only said his wife had been ill these past few days. So how come you know she'd been ill for exactly 4 days? Because it was exactly 4 days ago that this Selden escaped prison. In other words, Mrs. Barrymore knows this escaped convict, and she's helping him. And Barrymore is covering up this crime of harbouring a dangerous killer. You better rethink your strategy, Columbo. That's a very serious allegation. Yes, it is, but it makes sense. Why else would he be hanging around here? It's as simple as this. If the Barrymores are helping this psychopath, then it's obvious Selden has got into them and threatened them in some way. Because there's no other way decent people would help a killer like Selden. At least we know why he's still hanging around. If this is true, then why the hell didn't they come to us for help? Or go to the police like any other upstanding citizen? That's a very good question, sir. Why haven't they went to the police? The only answer to that, gentlemen, is that ugly word called blackmail. I think it runs a little deeper than that, Mr. Lestrade. What logical reason could Selden have for blackmailing the Barrymores? How long have they been in service at Baskerville Hall? past 5 years, according to the books. 5 years. And how long has Mr. Selden been in prison? Oh, God knows. It's been well over 20 years anyway. Which obviously means the Barrymores and Selden have never even met. So I guess Lestrade, that takes care of blackmail being a motive. I guess it does it that. But still, this is all merely speculation, Lieutenant. So where do we go from here? Well, if all this speculation is true, we simply leave the Barrymores alone. There is no danger from this man, or we would already know about it. In fact, sir, Mr. Selden has no interest in anyone else in this hall. Or again, us three would know about it by now. So, I say we go fishing. Because we now got the perfect bait, and like tonight, that fish will come back again. Like I said before, it's simply a waiting game now. He'll come to us. I hate to be the man to bring this up, but what would become of the Barrymores? They'd be charged for aiding an escaped convict, I'm sorry to say. And because of who it is, I'm afraid the magistrate would throw the book at them. It wouldn't be fitting to see a nice old couple going down like that. No, it wouldn't, but they knew what they were getting into, Lieutenant. Yes, sir. Let's just hope there's a damn good reason for their behaviour. The following afternoon, Sir Henry was to set eyes on the beauty of the Grimpen Mire. He was totally mesmerised by the untamed Kelpie as she just sat outside the hall. My word, you've just got to be Miss Stapleton. And you just have got to be Sir Henry, the new Lord of the Manor. So it's true what they say about you, every word of it. And what do they say about me, Sir Henry Baskerville? That you're beautiful, they call you the beauty of the Grimpen Mire. Among other things, you're quite handsome yourself for a Baskerville. So, do you think I'm beautiful, Sir Henry? The most beautiful woman I've ever laid eyes on. Could it be I'm a mirage brought on by your terrible thirst? Well, if it is, then only you could quench that thirst. You want to take a walk, Sir Henry? I'll show you around the grounds. Please, no formalities. I'd much prefer you just call me Henry. Okay, then call me Beryl, not Miss Stapleton. Beryl, I like that name. Suits you. Gee, I've never heard that line before, Henry. So predictable. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make it so obvious. Most men don't, but I guess you can't help being a man. No, I can't, Beryl, not with a vision like that in front of me. I'm flattered. Shall we go for that walk now, or have you got something else in mind? That's a stupid question, but yeah, I'd like to walk with you. No, Henry, you promised Father would go crazy if he even knew I was here. But my uncle didn't know of the childbirth. Maybe I could explain. Not to him, you can't. I'm afraid of what he might do, Henry. This vendetta has got to stop, Beryl. It's been going on far too long now. I've only just met you, and I've no intention of losing you now. I too can be a very stubborn man. Stapleton will no doubt find that out too. He's still my father, Henry, no matter what. I owe him so much. He stood by me when Mum died. He could have walked away, but he didn't. I know that, Beryl. I only want what's best for you. For us. For us, Henry? Yes, Beryl. I already aim to marry you one of these days. Then so much the worse for you, Henry Baskerville. I like that, Henry. Please don't stop. So what am I going to tell Father? That I've fallen in love with the Baskervilles? In love? I guess that's all I wanted to hear, sweetheart. Because you won't regret this, I promise. I just hope you won't either, Henry. Everything has happened so quickly. Yes, it has. I can hardly believe it myself. It's getting late, Henry. I really must go before he starts wondering where I am. When will I see you again? Don't worry, Henry. You will, and very soon. It'll be dark soon. You best get indoors now. I die if anything was to happen to you. You mean this blasted hound? Yes, I do, Henry. I wish it was dead. I don't want you to fall under its curse. So you too believe it's a hound from hell? Yes, I do. It's not natural. It's not even alive, but it's the dog of the devil. Wherever this thing is, Beryl, it's not a hound from hell. Those were the exact words you spoken by Sir Charles before he died. Did you know my uncle that well? No, Henry, but I did meet him once on the night he died. He came to the cottage, him and Dad had a terrible argument. Father flung him out. The same night he died, what was he arguing about? About Mum and the way she died giving birth to me. Dad blamed Sir Charles. I'm so sorry you had to hear such an argument, but my uncle didn't know. He didn't know your mum's complications during labour till later on. It won't make any difference. It won't change Father's mind on Mum's death. Beryl, why aren't you sore at my uncle for what happened? It's not my nature, Henry. I never knew Mum, so I never missed her like Father did. No, I guess not. Please, Beryl, tell me, how are we going to repair this mess? I don't know, Henry. I honestly don't know, but I don't want to lose you either. You won't, sweetheart. We're going to work this out one way or another. Please make it happen then, Henry. I'll gladly become your wife. A man can't get a better incentive than that, sweetheart. I really must go now, Henry. Go indoors now, but it's safe. It's almost dark. That's when the hound roams the dripping mire. I'm beginning to wonder if the damn thing exists. I've been here for nearly 3 weeks and seen or heard nothing in these moors. Trust me, Henry, this thing does exist because I've seen this hound from hell. I was only 12 at the time. Even then I knew these moors very well. I was playing up at the old Abbey ruins that night. It was just getting dark. I'd heard its howls many times, but was always safe inside the cottage. Anyway, the dark sneaked up on me. I'd never been out that late before. Dad thought I went to bed like I usually did when it got dark. I remember starting to make my way out of the old ruins. That's when I heard all this growling. I was absolutely terrified. That's when I saw it, the biggest hound I'd ever seen in my life. It stopped growling and just stared at me. I thought I was going to die. I started to cry and just began walking. The hound started to follow. When I got to the cottage, I turned around and it was gone. Father then got his gun and went out to look for it. All he found was its tracks not far from the cottage. He knew then I spoke the truth. From that day forward, the hound never bothered me. Even though some nights I could sense it was watching me in the moors. So you see, Henry, this hound definitely exists. It's a miracle it never attacked you. That's what Dad said. It's had many chances to attack me ever since. Because I'm always on them moors. It just chooses to leave me alone for some reason. Now, go inside, Henry, before it's too late. I'll see you tomorrow. I still can't get used to all this cause for concern that surrounds me. Just be grateful people care about you, Henry, and never take this curse lightly. I am grateful, it's just that this curse takes a lot of getting used to. You know what the legend states about the last remaining Baskervilles? It won't rest till you are dead, so I need you to make me a promise. Once we're married, I want both of us to leave this place. Promise me, Henry. If it means keeping you, Bill, then you have my word. I'll leave this place. Then you take with you a loving wife. So will you marry me then, Beryl? Love you. Well, Columbo, now you know why my uncle was at the moors that night. But what was so urgent at that cottage at that time of night? Does it really matter? The point is, that's why he went out that night. And Stapleton threw him out after an argument, Sir Henry? That's what Beryl said. The poor girl had to listen to a rant over her dead mother. As far as I'm concerned, the matter is closed. I still don't get it. Why visit at that time of night? Again, it doesn't make sense. No, it doesn't, especially when he knew what was out there. Stapleton knew that too, yet he still flung Sir Charles out into the lion's den. In my book, that's paramount to murder itself. Maybe, but only if the Hound actually killed him. But it didn't. Sir Charles died from heart failure. Then he was scared to death. Same principle applies. Yeah, it does, but only if he knew why he was lured there in the first place. If Stapleton did set him up, then it's going to be mighty difficult to prove that now. Come on, you two. I know there was a lot of bad blood between them. But that doesn't mean Stapleton deliberately killed him in cold blood. Excuse me, Sir Henry, but is there something you ain't telling us? And what the devil does that mean? I'm sorry, sir, but I just sense a slight objection to our suspicion of possible guilt. Like maybe you were even defending this man, Stapleton. And why the hell would I do that? I don't know, sir, but you were gone a long time this afternoon. How dare you to propose the company I had made me tell a blind eye in my uncle's death? Miss Stapleton has no bearing in my deliberations whatsoever. I'm sorry, sir, don't mean to be rude, but your disgrace was as quiet as thunder. It's making me nervous, and this discretion and element of deception could get you killed. You wouldn't be the first man influenced by the hypnotic charms of beauty. Now, your life is in serious danger and we don't even know who the enemy is. These playboy antics means you don't think straight and you let your guard down. That makes our job impossible to protect a man under the influence of instant fantasy. Now, is your head straight? Do you still grasp the reality of what you're up against? If not, I'll simply bid you goodbye and wish you a happy short life. I'm sorry, Sir Henry, but I must concur. Beryl can't have any influence over you. One mistake because you ain't thinking right could be a fatal misjudgment. I guess I deserve that verbal battering. I'm not used to being told what to do. Yes, gentlemen, for the first time in my life, I'm thinking straight. Glad to hear it, sir. You had me worried there for a moment. You need to keep your wits about you at all times, Sir Henry. Thank you, Lieutenant. I'll try and remember that. Sir, if Stapleton is guilty of anything, then this girl must surely know about it. She's not like him, you just have to take my word for that. I must admit, she's very attractive young woman. Saw her outside the hall today. I still say you're under her influence, Sir Henry. Tread carefully. But it won't affect my judgment, Columbo, so no need for alarm bells yet. All the same, this whirlwind romance could complicate things even further. Not if she's my wife, it can. We're gonna get married. That was quick. Stapleton is gonna go nuts when he finds out. I guess congratulations are in order, Sir Henry. I sure hope it works out all right. But you don't approve, do you, Lieutenant? Oh, I approve, sir. It's just your timing that's all wrong. Not really. It won't be till all this mess is finally cleared up. That's very wise of you. I'll only be too glad to help. Yeah, I'm sure you will, Lieutenant. Suddenly, the night air was the echo and howl in which they knew was real close. Lestrade had heard the chilling howls before, but not Sir Henry or Columbo. The terrifying sound finally gave Sir Henry a reality check. Armed, the three men left the hall to investigate. I would never have believed it, Lestrade. Stay close, Sir Henry. The damn thing's around here somewhere. Where the hell did Columbo disappear to? He ain't even armed. I don't know. He was here a minute ago. Let's hope he ain't got lost. Hey, Columbo, it's Lestrade. Can you hear me? Where are you? Columbo, where the hell are you? He's not answering, Lestrade. We need to find him. Not you, Sir Henry. I'll escort you back to the hall, then I'll go look for him. Wait, Lestrade, look over there. Oh my God, there he is, and there's a hound. Columbo, watch out, man, behind you. Columbo. Jesus, Mother of God. It's got him. We have to do something. There's nothing we can do, Sir Henry. He's gone. But we just can't leave him there. Let's get back to the hall, Sir Henry. There's nothing we can do tonight. I'll come back out in the morning and retrieve his body. It wasn't your fault, Sir Henry. It's just one of those things. He'd still be alive if it weren't for me. I'm the damn reason he was here. You're being too hard on yourself. He knew the risk, just like the rest of us. I want this goddamn hound hunted and killed, no matter what, God. You hear? That's already been tried, Sir Henry. You can't kill what's already dead. My advice is to move away from here. Get the hell away from here as far as possible. Yeah, I know, but start. It won't rest till I'm dead, right? So the legend goes. By now you must be having second doubts. Where the hell are the damn Barrymores? You need to calm down. They'll be here. I had to get them out of bed. I told them of Columbo's demise. They're pretty shaken up. They'll be even more shaken up by the time I'm through. I want Columbo's body flown back home. I'll pay any necessary expenses. Yes, sir. I'll deal with it at first light. Let's hope it ain't too badly mauled. Seen a lot of corpses my time. Some in hideous condition, Sir Henry. Some so mutilated the families couldn't identify the body. Must you, Lestrade? I'm finding this hard enough as it is. Just so as you know, it might not be a pleasant picture. You wanted to see us, Sir Henry? We're so very sorry about Lieutenant Columbo. Yeah, I wanted to see you. Please sit down, Mrs. Barrymore. Now, I'm in no mood for goddamn lies. I want the truth this time. Have we done something wrong, Sir Henry? Well, I don't know that yet, Mrs. Barrymore, do I? I'm so sorry about Mr. Columbo. I'll never ever forgive myself. Why, Mrs. Barrymore? Why won't you ever forgive yourself? Please don't blame Mr. Barrymore, Sir Henry. It was all my fault. So you do know this escaped convict? Why, for God's sake? Why not, for God's sake? And thanks for leaving me out there. Luckily I found this place. Guy could get lost quite easily out there. Columbo, we thought you were dead. I'm very happy to see you. Oh, I'm happy to see you, sir. It is a bit of a jungle out there. But we saw the Hound push you clean off that cliff. You did, Lestrade? Gee, I must have missed that one. But I'm glad everyone is here. I was going to leave this till the morning. Mrs. Barrymore, I'm afraid I got some bad news for you. Is it about Anthony, Lieutenant? Yes, ma'am. There's no need to leave lit candles at the window no more. Oh God, please no, they'll come. He'll die in that terrible place. No, ma'am. He's way beyond the reach of any prison now. You mean he's dead? Yes, ma'am. I'm truly sorry. We found your brother's body earlier today. Brother? You mean Selden's your brother, Mrs. Barrymore? Yes, Sir Anthony. Was my little kid brother. Then you must be Kate Selden, who left Dartmoor 20-odd years ago. Yes, Victor. I'm surprised you've never even recognised me. Well, now that you mention it, I remember you now, Kate. Oh man, some detective you are, Lestrade. It was years ago and I'm not going to sit here and be insulted. How did you know Anthony was my brother, Lieutenant? He told me, ma'am, just before he passed away. What happened? I mean, how did he die, sir? He slipped, ma'am. He had a nasty head wound. It happened very quickly, ma'am. There was no pain, ma'am, as he finally passed away. I'm really sorry, ma'am, but he's finally at peace now. He done some terrible things, Sir Henry, but he was the only kin I'd left. I just couldn't let him starve or freeze to death out there in them moors. I'm all he had left in the whole world. Please don't blame Mr. Barrymore. It was all my doing, please, Sir Henry. Please don't blame Mr. Barrymore. It's okay, Kate. Wherever you go, I go. I'm so sorry. Under the circumstances, I'd like you to remain service at Baskerville Hall. But I'm afraid that's no longer up to me. Is it, Lestrade? No, it's not, Sir Henry. Harbouring a fugitive is still against the law. The way I see it, sir, you not arresting them would save Scotland Yard so much embarrassment. How do you figure that? They still broke the law and it's a serious offence. Yes, it is. How would you explain not recognising a suspect you've known your whole life? Damn it, Lestrade, your name would be in the tabloids for all the wrong reasons. I wonder how Scotland Yard would ever live that down. Do you know, sir? Like Sir Henry said, under the circumstances, I think we can turn a blind eye. After all, no real harm done, you blackmailing son of a bitch. Me, sir? Blackmail? Yes, sir, but I just saved you a lot of embarrassment. Thank you, sir, but just don't do me any more favours. Anything to help a colleague, Inspector Lestrade. Well, seeing that's been delicately handled with, we'll say no more about it. You may retire, Mr. and Mrs. Barrymore. Thank you, sir. You won't regret this. We're deeply in your debt, Sir Henry, and thank you too, Victor. It was the least I could do. Barrymore, look after her. She's had a trying time of it lately. Thank you, sir. I'll now take her to her room. Good night, sir. So, it was seldom the Hound pushed off that cliff. Yes, sir, but I thought my version of events would come more easier than Mrs. Barrymore. Very thoughtful, Lieutenant. So where were you when this Hound attacked? Talking to Selden, the Hound ran right by me to get to him. Right by you? And how close was it, Lieutenant? It damn near knocked me off my feet to get to him. So why didn't it attack you? Because I wasn't wearing your clothes at the time. What's that supposed to mean? Remember the old clothes of yours Barrymore gave to the church jumble cell? Well, he gave them to Selden to keep warm instead. And it was your scent and those old clothes that got him killed. But how did the Hound get Sir Henry's scent in the first place? Because someone has trained this vicious Hound to pick up Sir Henry's scent. That explains the missing boot. It was given to the Hound to gain your scent. And that's why the brand new boot was put back. Because it didn't have your scent on it, Sir Henry. So someone has trained this Hound to kill me? The same way they trained it to hunt Sir Charles. Remember his overcoat stolen at the golf club? I believe it was used in the same way. There's no such thing as a Hound from hell. Somebody is using this legend. What about Sir Hugo Baskervilles, where this legend originated? It's false too? No, sir, I believe that actually happened. He was killed by some feral Hound. Some rabid dog just passing through and Sir Hugo in the wrong place at the wrong time. Who knows, but after the attack, the dog could have vanished in Grimpen Mire. As I already said, all have been missed off with some elements of truth. As the legends grow, fear and hysteria also grow, which keeps the horror alive. And it doesn't take much for someone to fully exploit that hysteria. You're thinking Stapleton again, aren't you, Lieutenant? Yes, sir, yes I am. You once asked why it doesn't attack during the day. That's because it's locked up and people would see it's just a normal dog in daylight. I virtually petted the damn thing I got that close. It's some sort of big black mastiff. It's not dangerous to the public or I wouldn't be standing here. But it is deadly to whoever scent it's trained to hunt down. So the Hound of the Baskervilles is a myth after all. It won't be the same around here. It's become a sort of attraction, people risking the Grimpen Mire trying to get a photograph. The legend did bring income to the village, Lieutenant, a few thousand people a year. Like all urban myths, it won't die Lestrade because people want to believe. Even if we catch this Hound, for years to come, people will still search for it. Its howls will be heard, some will report seeing it roaming the moors. And the first major incident to happen out there in the Grimpen Mire? Well, it will breathe new life into the Hound of the Baskervilles. So, you see, Lestrade, you can't kill an urban myth. It will always be out there. I suppose you're right. So how do we catch this killer Hound? And if it is Stapleton, where the hell does he keep it? Somewhere inside the Grimpen Mire. There's no other place it can be. Then it looks like he killed my Uncle Charles after all. Yes, sir, it looks like it, but now we need proof. He must be a very intelligent and cautious man, Sir Henry. To get away with what he already has if his daughter really knows nothing about it. I can assure you she doesn't know nothing about this Hound. Sorry, Sir Henry, but my gut feeling tells me otherwise. How can he hide that from her? It's possible, I suppose. It is a big moor out there. Yeah, and Beryl must know every inch of the Grimpen Mire by now. Maybe she does, Lestrade, but then again, maybe she can't see it if it was in front of her. Yeah, and how can you not see something if it's right in front of you? I don't know. Why don't you ask Mrs. Barrymore? Mrs. Barrymore? How the devil would... I ain't gonna live this down, am I, Sir Henry? Just pointing out how easily it is to overlook something mighty important. Reminds me years ago of a police dog, Bruno. Again, something that was so obvious. But like you, Lestrade, I couldn't see it. Its handler wanted me to pet it. It was wagging its tail all right, but the other end was showing its teeth. I didn't know which end to believe, but its handler, he soon reassured me. I guess he too couldn't see it either. So what happened then? The damn dog bit me. Yeah, I now know that feeling myself, Lieutenant. Well, tomorrow at first light, I think we all should pay this Stapleton a visit. And if it is true, then it's my duty to protect Beryl from all the scandal it would cause. I take it that means moving away from Dartmoor. And just as far away as possible. Makes sense, she couldn't stay around here if Stapleton is guilty. You don't know these villagers like I do. Her life wouldn't be worth living around here. That's why I feel it's my duty to protect her. Now both of you get a good night's sleep. Tomorrow we'll see what Stapleton has to say for himself. The following day they searched the cottage for any clues leading to a canine. Stapleton wasn't at home, but Beryl was. Sir Henry stayed chatting with Beryl, while Columbo and Lestrade went looking and found Miles Stapleton. He was patrolling the grounds due to an increase of poaching on the estate. Stapleton, you're a hard man to find out here in these moors. That's just the way I like it. What the hell are you doing way out here, Lestrade? Looking for the Hound, Stapleton. By the way, this is Lieutenant Columbo. Morning, sir. Heard so much about you. Glad to finally meet you. Heard all about you too, Lieutenant. It ain't safe out here in these moors. Oh, that's okay, sir. Got Mr. Lestrade here to look out for me. That's what the blind leading the blind. He don't know these moors either. You're only a quarter of a mile away from the deadly Grimpen Mire. Well, I know all about the Grimpen Mire, Stapleton, so we're safe enough in this area. It's been 3 months since Sir Charles' death, so why look for the Hound now? In any case, you won't find it during the day. You ought to know that, Lestrade. Yes, I do, Stapleton. We're trying to find out where it's kept during the day. Where it's kept? Now, what the hell does that supposed to mean? It means, where the hell do you lock it up during the daytime? Oh man, that's what I call being discreet, Mr. Lestrade. We ain't got time to mess about, Columbo. It's best to be direct and straight to the point. So you guys actually believe this Hound from hell has got a keeper? It's got a keeper, all right. He's called Lucifer, who releases it after dark. That won't wash any more, Stapleton. The game's up. Somewhere, is it? Don't know what the hell you're talking about. Have you ever saw this house yourself, sir? No, but I've heard it often enough howling in the distant north. In search of fresh Baskerville blood. Sir, we know all about the night Sir Charles came to see you at the cottage. The night you argued and you threw him out, the same night he was killed. What about it? He was warned to stay clear of them moors. Especially at night. The damn fool has no one to blame but himself. that's not the way I see it. He'd still be alive today if you hadn't thrown him out. So why didn't you do the right thing and escort him home? Because I never asked him to visit. No one wanted him there. Why did the visitor actually hour? It must have been mighty important. None of your damn business. That was between me and him. But it is my business if foul play was involved. So why was he there, sir? You're barking up the wrong tree, Lieutenant, so forget it. But that visit got him killed, sir, so I can't forget it. Like I said, the damn fool got himself killed. It's as simple as that. He sure did, Stapleton, after you released the Hound on him, so where is it? It's got to be around here somewhere. We searched your cottage, but it ain't there. So that tells me you've got it hidden somewhere inside the Grimton Mire. You're crazy, Lestrade. You think I'm the keeper of this Hound from hell? So what the hell put that insane thought into that brain of yours? Because nobody else hates the Baskervilles more than you do, Stapleton. And you're the only one with ways and means to hatch such an elaborate plan. I don't get it. If this Hound is over 200 years old, how can it have a keeper? Because it's not the same Hound. This Hound is being trained for murder, sir. And the legend being used for committing that murder, sir. If this is all true, Lieutenant, and it is a normal Hound out there, then you're still barking up the wrong tree. I wouldn't know anything about that. Then why hide the reason Sir Charles came to the cottage that night? Because it's none of your damn business, I already told you. How dare you speak to the Lieutenant like that? Mind your place, Stapleton. Dr. Mortimer, I'm surprised to see you out here. Kindly explain to me what's going on here. Well, sir, Mr. Selden, the escaped convict, was killed last night by this Hound. We're just trying to, put the pieces together. Yeah, I heard about Selden. What's Stapleton here got to do with it? Nothing, sir. It was just routine questions. Yeah, on whether Stapleton here has got this Hound hidden away somewhere. Because it's around here somewhere, Dr. Mortimer. And you had no right searching my damn cottage, Lestrade. I said hold your tongue, Stapleton, and mind your place. You hear me? Yeah, but I don't need to listen to any of you for that matter. How dare you presume to speak like that? Apologise to these gentlemen at once. There'll be a cold day in hell before I do that. To hell with a lot of you. The man's plumb crazy. He ain't heard the last of us, I can assure you. By the way, gentlemen, where is Sir Henry? Oh, he's safe, Dr. Mortimer. He's at the cottage talking to Miss Stapleton. Well, if I were you, I'd go and get him before Stapleton shows up. Oh, good idea, Dr. Mortimer. I'd never thought about that. Come on, Columbo, let's go. Just a moment, Mr. Lestrade. Excuse me, sir. How did you know Selden was killed last night? It's all over the village. You can't keep news like that in a small rural area. No, sir, I guess not. Well, sir, I guess I better go and get Sir Henry. This picture is the only one I have of Mother. She was a very beautiful woman, Beryl, just like her daughter. Yeah, she was. Father must have been happy for the time they had together. I just wish I'd have known her. I'm sorry about the intrusion into your home this morning. No matter what you think, Henry, Father has nothing to do with this Hound. I still can't believe you would think that of him. Like I said, this Hound is nothing but a normal dog, a very big dog at that, which is trained to hunt and kill me. Lestrade and Columbo, they suspect everyone. but more so my father because he hates the name Baskerville. I must admit, it's a pretty good motive. Yes, it is, Henry, but I know, Father, he wouldn't hurt a fly. You've just got to trust me. If there is a maniac out there, which I find hard to believe, it's not Father. Meet me tonight at the Gold Derby ruins, please, Beryl. I'm too frightened, Henry. I know the Hound is out there just waiting. Don't worry, I'll command. Meet me tonight at 10 o'clock, please, sweetheart. Oh, God, Henry, are you that desperate to get me alone? You have no idea. I just want to be with you. Okay, Henry, I'll be there. We've really got to be careful, I mean it. If Father finds out, you'll have more than just a Hound to worry about. He's gonna find out sooner or later, Beryl. Yes, I know. I'd rather just assume it was later. Much later. I'll leave that up to you, sweetheart. Hope I'm interrupting, sir. But we really gotta go now. Mr. Stapleton will be here any minute now, sir. Lestrade is outside waiting, sir. Very well, Columbo. I'm coming. Hello again, Miss Stapleton. I suppose you better go then, Henry. Yeah, I suppose I must. Goodbye then, Miss Stapleton. Bye, Lieutenant. Take care of yourself, Henry. Till later then, Beryl. I'll see you then. See you then, Henry. Look forward to it. It was almost 10 o'clock that night. Columbo sat chatting to Lestrade. Unaware Sir Henry had sneaked out to be with his sweetheart. At least tonight should be quieter with Sir Henry retiring early like that. Let's hope so. It's been an eventful last couple of days. At least we know this Hound can be killed. It's not the Hound from hell as I once thought. No, it's not, but where is this Hound being kept, Mr. Lestrade? It has to be a place with plenty of shelter. And has the Grimpen Mire got any shelter, sir? No chance. It's nothing but open swamp, quicksands and bogs. Only amphibian creatures can survive in that vast death trap. Then this Hound has to be somewhere else, somewhere warm and dry. Somewhere that's got easy access to feed and water this thing. Around here, this hall and the cottage are our only two places. Then it's got to be the cottage, something we missed. We didn't miss nothing, Columbo. The cottage is clean. Who the hell's that knocking on the door at this godforsaken time? Whoever it is, it doesn't sound like a friendly chap. Hitting the door like that. Excuse me, gentlemen, it's Mr. Stapleton to see Sir Henry. He's in one frightful of a mood, sir. I better get Sir Henry up. Do that, Mr. Barrymore, and show in Mr. Stapleton. This ought to prove interesting. So much for that quiet night, Lieutenant. Where the hell is Beryl? Tell her I want to see her right now. You won't get anywhere with that attitude, Stapleton. In any case, Beryl ain't here. Don't lie to me, Lestrade. She's with him, isn't she? Let me tell you something. I'll find her if I have to tear this damn place apart. She's not here, I tell you, and Sir Henry is in his room asleep. Bullshit. He's in his room with Beryl. I'll kill this son of a bitch. Easy, Mr. Stapleton. We ain't lying, sir. Miss Stapleton isn't here, sir. Well, I don't believe you, sir. She's not at the cottage where she belongs. And there's nowhere else she can be around here, so where is she? I don't know, sir, but she's not with Sir Henry. Who else does she speak to? No one else. Didn't even know she knew Henry Baskerville till tonight. So she told you then? Take it that caused quite a stir, sir. Yes, it damn well did. I thought she was in her room sulking all night. Seems to me she's ran off, Mr. Stapleton. So where else could she go? The village? Not bloody likely. This is the only place she can be. She'll marry him over my dead body. I'll die first before that happens, or Baskerville will die before me. You really do have a real hatred of the Baskervilles. What's the real reason, sir? I've already told you that's my business, Lieutenant. It might help, sir, to make, us understand the truth. I doubt that very much. Now, do I need to search this damn place? Begging your pardon, gentlemen, Sir Henry isn't in his room. I've looked everywhere. He's not in the manor. He's gone just like Sir Charles that night. His car is still here, so he's somewhere out there on the estate. Oh my God, that means she's out there on those moors with that barrel. You've got to help me find the Columbo before the Hound does. So I take it you've already released the Hound, Stapleton. Anything happens to either of them and I'll see you spend the rest of your life in prison. Damn it, Lestrade, I don't know nothing about this damn Hound. Now, we're wasting time here. We need to find him now. Maybe now's the time to tell us the truth, Mr. Stapleton. I can't see how it can have any bearing in finding him before it's too late. Then I can't help Mr. Stapleton, because I don't know the real cause of all this mess. So you just let them both die out there? This Hound is for damn real. You ought to know, Stapleton, you're just about to kill your own daughter. I'm damn well telling you, I don't even know what this Hound looks like. We're running out of time, sir. I really need to know what's going on. If you need me, sir, I'll be through in the other study. Go ahead, Barrymore. We'll call you if we need you. Whatever I'm about to say, it never leaves this room. I want your word on that. You'll have it, sir, as long as it isn't incriminating. Okay, Stapleton, you have my promise too. Sir Charles and Martha, my wife, were having an affair, Lieutenant. Martha was to later fall pregnant to a damn lordship. Pregnant? Are you saying Sir Charles is the father of Beryl? Yes, I am. That's why I remained on the estate all these years. Sir Charles wanted to adopt her. It was over my dead body. He even kept offering me substantial sums of money to try and take her. I soon grew to detest Sir Charles and vice versa. No matter what, he'd never make me or Beryl homeless. If he did or tried to take her, I'd go to the tabloids with the story. I'd blackmail him knowing he couldn't afford a scandal. And that's how things went between us right up until he died. So Miss Stapleton is actually a Baskerville. Does she know this, sir? No, she doesn't, and she ain't ever to find out either. I guess that explains quite a lot, Lieutenant. I guess it does, Mr. Lestrade, but now nothing is making any sense. Except Sir Henry ain't the last of the Baskervilles after all. Not to mention he's about to break the law by marrying his cousin. That's what's been bothering me, Lestrade. You're a goddamn genius. I am? Well, what do you know? How am I a genius? There's no time to explain. Mr. Stapleton, it's always we have a missing couple. Where would two lovebirds go to be alone around here? The old Abbey Roads has always been a hangout for that sort of thing. Thank you, sir, and I owe you a big apology for suspecting you, sir. I'm real sorry. I now know you're not the keeper of this house, sir. Then who the hell is? I'll explain in the way. Get your gun, Lestrade. Sir Henry is in mortal danger. Now it's a race to get to him before the Hound does. And what about Beryl, Lieutenant? She's with him. Yes, sir, she is. But on this occasion, Miss Stapleton is now the bait. Let's go, Mr. Lestrade. There's no time to lose. This is where it all began that night with Sir Hugo Baskerville. Killing that young maiden Cathy, but he got his just rewards too, Sir Henry. All you Baskervilles have been the same ever since. Did you actually think it was going to be that easy? Get me alone up here to seduce another peasant maiden? Like the Baskervilles have done all their goddamn lives? I don't understand, Beryl. I'm here because I love you, nothing else. Wrong again, Sir Henry. You're here to die like Sir Charles before you, my own father. That's right, Sir Henry. Sir Charles was seducing another poor peasant girl, my mother. And you're now looking at the result of that Baskerville fling. It's not true. Please, Beryl, tell me it isn't so. It's true, Sir Henry Baskerville, and you got your wish to be alone up here. You won't be alone for much longer, Sir Henry. Even as we speak, the Hound of the Baskervilles is on its way. You're going to die tonight, bringing the end to the Baskerville atrocities. You're insane, so it was you all along. I've got to get out of here. There's nowhere to go. It'll end right here where it started 200 years ago. You hear that, Sir Henry? That's the howl of death. It's coming to finally end the curse. Where are you gonna run to? Lestrade had reached the old Abbey ruins, but Columbo had vanished yet again. God damn it, Columbo, not again. I'm afraid you're on your own this time, old bean. Because Sir Henry needs me more than ever. Where the devil is his lordship? Goodbye, Henry Baskerville. Say hi to the devil for me. Oh my God, please, Beryl, don't do this. The Hound had Sir Henry. The thing striking distance and it attacked. Call it off, Beryl. Beryl, help me, for Christ's sake. Beryl, call the damn thing off. Help me, someone, please, please help me. Lestrade heard the calls for help. Oh God, have mercy. Help me, Beryl, please, Beryl. When Lestrade arrives, she hesitates, afraid he'd shoot Sir Henry too. He then puts 3 bullets into the gigantic Hound, killing instantly. Now you've done it. You've ruined everything. He's still alive. Don't move, Beryl. You're under arrest. Why couldn't you have just stayed away? He deserved to die. No one deserves to die like that. You're gonna spend a long time in prison, Beryl. I'd rather die first, Lestrade. Beryl, come back here, you fool! You're headed towards the Grimpin Mire. Beryl, goddammit, I said stop. That's the Grimpin Mire, you little fool. Stop, Beryl. In sheer desperation and panic to escape, she lost her way momentarily. That was all it took to make one fatal mistake. Lestrade could hear her screams of terror echoing in the night. The more she struggled, the more the Grimpin Mire sucked her down. The Hound of the Baskervilles had claimed its final victim, or had it. The following morning, Columbo assembled a meeting at the hall. Sir Henry was none the worse for his ordeal and police were present outside. the Hound of the Baskervilles was not yet laid to rest. So where the devil did you get to last night? I was all alone out there. No, sir, I was there too. I mean, it's a big place, those old Abbey ruins. I was on the other side of the ruins near some old stone-out sheds or some sort. Sounds like the old living quarters where the monks used to live. What the hell were you doing there? I thought you got lost again. Sorry I'm late, Sir Henry. Had some last-minute business to take care of in the village. What are all those police officers doing outside the hall? Damned if I know. The lieutenant called them in. So what's the word that you need to see me at this early hour, Sir Henry? You'd better ask for a lieutenant, Dr. Mortimer. I never sent for you. Then why the hell am I here, Lieutenant? How long have you known Sir Charles was the father of Miss Stapleton? I only found out this morning. Why? That's right. News travels fast in a little community such as this. But how can that be, sir? I mean, this news hasn't even left this room, sir. Nobody knows. Especially anyone in the village. Then I must have heard it somewhere else. Maybe years ago. I can't recall. Well, sir, it wasn't Mr. Stapleton that told you he would have taken that secret to the grave. He only told us in desperation as he thought his daughter was in terrible danger. So I therefore assume Sir Charles must have told you in confidence. Yes, Lieutenant, in confidence. What of it? Because it was you, sir, who told Miss Stapleton of her real identity. What does that prove? Well, sir, it proves quite a lot. It means Miss Stapleton couldn't have done this on her own. I don't need to sit here and listen to this crap. I'm afraid you do, Mortimer, and we can do it under caution at the police station. Carry on, Lieutenant. You got me real curious now. You mean Mortimer was in on it with Beryl? Yes, sir. That's exactly what I mean. You'll have a difficult time proving that, Columbo. Remember, it was me who hired you in the first place to look after Sir Henry. If it were me, why would I commit suicide in this reckless manner? It's very simple, sir, to avert any suspicion of something was to go wrong. Well, sir, it's went wrong, which has caused the deaths of 3 people. This is insane, wild accusations. It's slander, Lieutenant. I know the law too. You still haven't given us a motive, Lieutenant. Like most motives, Dr. Mortimer, it usually comes down to money. And it was Inspector Lestrade to put me onto the right track. Anything to oblige, old bean. I forgot. How did I do that again? Because it was you, sir, who said Sir Henry isn't the last of the Baskervilles. And that, sir, well, that's what got me thinking. For what reason would anyone want Sir Henry dead? After all, he was the last of the Baskervilles, so there would be no profit in it. Is it that so, Dr. Mortimer? Because the Baskerville estate would be liquidised. But not if Miss Stapleton was to show up to contest her true identity, which would give her legal rights to the Baskerville fortune. It's still sheer speculation, Lieutenant. You can't prove a thing. That's where you're wrong again, sir. I got all the proof I need. You see, sir, it would take a legal mind of high intelligence to do all the paperwork. To legalise, to prove identity and documentation for such a wealthy inheritance. And I dare say, to go through the highest courts in the land. Now, Miss Stapleton was only a mere uneducated peasant girl. She wouldn't even know where to begin, sir, but with your expertise, sir, she had the perfect guidance and solicitor anyone could wish for. It's utter nonsense, Sir Henry, pure speculation. No, sir. Even as we speak, Scotland Yard is preparing a search warrant for your office. And I fully suspect they'll find legal signed documentation in your involvement. Very clever, Lieutenant. I was merely looking out for my client's best interest. I take it you don't realise the implications of your last statement, Dr. Mortimer. I mean, sir, for you to be only looking out for your client's best interest. Well, sir, that would mean Sir Henry would have to be dead. Yes, it does, Mortimer, proving that you killed my uncle too. Not forgetting Selden, he too was killed by this hound of yours. Hey, hold on now, wait a minute here. Okay, I admit I maybe managed Beryl's financial security, but I had nothing whatsoever to do with this blasted hound. You expect us to believe that, Mortimer? Yes, I damn well do. I'm not a killer, Lestrade. I'm damn well telling you, up until last night, I thought this hound from hell was real. A supernatural curse in the Baskervilles name. That's why I took on Beryl's case, because I didn't hold out in your chances, Sir Henry. I thought you would go the same way as your uncle. I did hope you would. This job at Baskerville Hall has served me well, Sir Henry. I didn't want to see it killed off by your demise, sir. And that's why I secretly took on Beryl's case, so the estate wouldn't be liquidised. It still doesn't make any sense, Dr. Mortimer. Why did you keep all this to yourself? It's quite simple, Lieutenant. If Sir Charles or Sir Henry knew the truth, how long do you think I'd still be running the financial affairs of the estate? You still could have confided in me, Mortimer. Yes, sir, but I don't think you would have understood. But I saw you, sir, or I thought I did, at the monks' living quarters behind the old ruins. Because at that time, sir, Miss Stapleton was with Sir Henry. Well, you released the hound from those old living quarters. You're mistaken, Columbo. I don't doubt you saw what you saw. But I was preoccupied in the village tavern, and I can prove that, sir. Then who the hell let the hound out? It certainly wasn't me, and it wasn't Sir Charles who informed me of Beryl either. And neither did I inform Beryl of her true identity. She's known for years who she was. How stupid of me. Again, it was right there in front of us, we couldn't see it. You mean it was Stapleton all this time? I'm afraid so. He and his daughter must have planned this for years. It looks like you've got a wanted man out there, Lestrade. He won't get far. He'll pay dearly for his hideous crimes. He already has. It's cost him the only thing he ever cared about. A cruel twist of fate, Lieutenant. I guess the hound was no match for the Grimpen Mire. I'll hand in my resignation later today, Sir Henry. I have a good mind to accept it, Mortimer, but I won't. I guess in your own morbid way, you still had the estate well-being in hand. Not to mention my own financial state of affairs, Sir Henry. The job's still there, Mortimer, if you want it. So I take it that concludes the Hound of the Baskervilles. All but the legend, sir. Remember, you can't kill an urban legend. So I guess the ghostly hound will still be out there long after we've gone. It's funny you should say that, Columbo. Because Lestrade shot and killed this hound at 10 o'clock last night. Yet, at midnight, the entire village was to hear the chilling sound of howling. So you may have shot and killed a gigantic hound, Mr. Lestrade. But it wasn't the Hound of the Baskervilles. It's still out there somewhere in the dark moorlands, prowling the wilderness of the deadly Grimpen Mire. Was that you, dog, howling out there in dead moors? Are you a hound from hell? Well, are you? No, I didn't think so, dog. The only thing you chase, you dumb mutt, is your own tail. So, there you have it, folks, another mystery done and dusted. If you enjoyed my recent adventure, then don't forget to subscribe or click on to see me again in Columbo Meets Jaws and Columbo the Perfect Homicide. I hope to indulge in some more big Hollywood movies that Neil has introduced me to. So long, folk. Till the next time.